Hello from my hotel room and my cute little hair clips because I haven't done my hair yet. Um, I got through the afternoon. I'm now to the part of the day where I get to just go to two dinners. I think I'm gonna skip the cocktail party. It's a pretty big group, and I don't want to. I've been up since 5:30, like peopling all day. I don't want to be. Oh my God, who are you? Have we met yet? I can't. So I'm chilling in my room until dinner time. These really do look insane. I think I was wrong about the MJOP response coming today. I know a lot of us have been like, what was that ruling anyway? And I think we've decided that the response is due at the same time the summary judgment response is due, which is everyone's like piecing the orders together. So I guess it's due next week instead. No, it's due December 3rd instead. Whatever. So sorry to get you hyped up. I know there was something filed on the docket by Ezra. Honestly, you guys, maybe it's just because I've been like, my brain is tapped out. I can't make heads or tails of it. From what I can tell, she feels like they need more than a week to go through all of the exhibits to the summary judgment motion to decide if they're going to challenge anything as, keep it sealed. And I mean, I assume they've seen all this stuff before, right? Because it's either stuff they turned over or stuff that was turned over to them. There shouldn't be any surprises there. I mean, she goes through about how many there are. And I'm like, yeah, but you've seen all these already. The part that confuses me the most is the part about the third parties where there's this like really angry line where she's like, they've just told the third party deponents yesterday that the testimony was going to be used. You guys, I've never told a third party deponent that I was going to file their testimony because it's sworn testimony. They gave the testimony for the purpose of it being used. You don't have to notify them. And she cited this individual rule of Lyman, right? So remember, there's like the federal rules of civil procedure, then there's the Southern District of New York local rules, and then Lyman has his own rules. And she cited this rule of his that's like, if you're going to use another party's testimony, then you have to tell them ahead of time, but it doesn't say anything about non-parties. I'm so confused. The only thing that I think could be happening is that Lively has designated every single deposition in the entire case as AEO so that it will all be sealed, and that now Wayfair or whoever wants to use it has to go in and now they have to arbitrate what's going to be sealed, what's not, which parts are going to be sealed, which parts are not. I mean, there are definitely parts of certain depositions, like I think the one of Lively's agent, where I think they talked about offers that she got for acting or whatever. There may be some trade secret information in there that they don't want everybody to see. That's legitimate. But I've never seen, why do you need weeks to determine whether you agree to unseal stuff? Certainly the exhibits, which everybody has seen before. I mean, they've been arguing about what is private in those exhibits for months. And then when you get to the deposition testimony, I just don't think it's that hard for, to get a couple of associates to go through and flag, here's the trade secrets, here's the proprietary stuff, here's whatever, and just let everything else go. So I'm confused of making this video. They filed a response, Wayfair filed a response, and they filed it through Alexandra Shapiro, who, remember, clerked for Lyman, I believe. So she knows his individual rules. And she's like, no, this is, the public should get to see this. And she cites all the law, I think some of it's from him, about, the law is clear that you don't get to hide stuff from the public. Now, that's not what the Lively parties are saying they're doing. But then this is kind of exactly what I was saying. I swear I didn't read this before. So she's like, she complains about reviewing 100 exhibits, but the documents don't require detailed analysis. They are not trade secrets. They are emails and text messages for which there's no basis to seal. They were used as deposition exhibits and even the basis for their own pleadings. Like, we've been known, right? Which is what I was just saying. And then again with the thing with the third parties, like, what gives? So it's kind of what I thought they would say. It's the stuff that when I read the letter, I was like, well, but what about this? So she's kind of saying in a much more eloquent and legally sound way what I was trying to say. And then they take their dig here, which is, why are you hiding everything? I also think this whole thing about, needing more time and sealing things is a really bad look from a PR standpoint, from somebody who claims that, they want everybody to know what happened. All of a sudden, they don't want everybody to see everything. And we're not talking about Lively's deposition here either. I don't think that Wayfair even cited that thing. We're not talking about stuff related to her. We're talking about, the makeup artist depo and email exchanges. So she takes a dig here to say, we've been talking about this for a long time. They've actually proposed the same extension before the summary judgment motion was even filed. They asked for this before they even knew how many things we were gonna attach. And then she goes into the thing that everyone's been saying, which is she told us she was going to file her own summary judgment motion, which she actually didn't end up doing. So why can't we all play by the same rules? But the theme of this response is the law is this stuff should be open. There's no reason for this delay. They should have figured this stuff out a very long time ago. And the fact that they said they were going to file a summary judgment motion and then decided not to do it is not an excuse. That all the associates at Manatt and Wilkie are going to Steamboat Springs for Thanksgiving and they're not going to be there, and so they need more time. I don't know. That's not what they said. But I think that Shapiro does a good job here. I frankly can't tell whether Ezra Hudson did a good job because I don't understand the argument that she's making. She cites to this local rule for a proposition that local rule doesn't speak to, and an issue that I've never seen anybody make before. I just don't get it. When I read this letter, I get it. I don't know if that means that one is legally correct and one is not, but this one actually makes sense to me when you're talking about dealing with the unsealing of exhibits that everybody has seen and known about for months. So